Alright, Americans. We're here to discuss the Revelation Revolution. Finding the truth, living by the truth, living in the truth for the truth. We're here to restore America in truth. It's the first step. First step, seek God and follow in His way. You know, it's written in Isaiah, the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. We foolishly chased after our own vain wants while fulfilling our own desires and neglecting the greater truth. There's more to life than what's in the little bubble that we've enclosed ourselves in. We persistently followed our own thoughts, our own ways, neglecting the fact that we are finite beings and our minds are easily deceived. We've learned how to depend upon our own minds. And in the end, we don't know anything. We know what we hear. We know what we see. The majority of it contradicts one another. We have to wake up and recognize the foolishness that is destroying our nation. While we go on about our lives each and every day, we tend to forget that we're just a small piece in a large puzzle. We believe that if we was doing what we can by simply waking up, kissing the spouse, the kids goodbye, as we go to work, we believe that if we simply avoid the addict in the street, prostitute on the corner, the problem just figure itself out. Just fix itself, just like that. Maybe if we go to church, we can smile, maybe tell somebody there, and they'll fix that problem. All the while, the addict believes that nobody else is affected by his or her addiction. Prostitute believes that they're doing what they have to do. It's time to wake up, Americans. We're all affected by the addict, by the prostitute. Most of all, affected by that man on his way to work who remains idle, waiting for somebody else to fix what's wrong. It's time to wake up, Americans. We've been deceived through our own ignorance. We focus on our immediate problems while neglecting to see the root of the problem. We can't truly overcome unless we choose to open our eyes, open our ears, look at what's going on behind the scenes. What we see in the streets, in the media, throughout the nation, it's just a branch that sprouted up from the root. It's time we begin to look at the root of the problem. Sounds like a simple solution. Americans have a bad case of ADD. Majority of Americans, we lack the focus and determination as well as the knowledge. Too busy. Thing about this, those who wish to oppress us, keep us distracted, they don't lack these qualities. Matter of fact, they're counting on your average American to remain vain, idle, unable to see and focus on the truth. They want us to remain consumed with our individual immediate needs. Americans, they're dependent upon our short attention span. Some of you may be asking, who are they? It's the wrong question. You know, the real question that we should all be asking ourselves, who am I? This is what the Revelation Revolution is about. It's about seeking God, finding the understanding of who He created you to be. not who you've turned into, not who you've settled to be. It seems that so many Americans only focus on our immediate needs, while we completely neglect the fact that there's a bigger picture to focus on. Many of us are so consumed within our individual lives that we miss life in its entirety. We're continually giving in to our weakness while the nation is falling apart piece by piece. Many are doing what they think is right for their children's future, neglecting the fact that this nation falls apart. That is the future of their children. Where we're headed just gets worse. It's true, we do need to do what is best for our children's future. And if we truly want to lead them, or help anybody else for that matter, we have to open our eyes to the Word of God. We got to follow in His way and find out who we truly are. We're not the money in the bank, the houses we live in. We're not the cars we drive. All that can be taken at any point in time. Yet this is the stuff that we depend on. See, we're a divinely created being who was manifested with certain talents, characteristics, certain gifts that were meant to perform a specific function within God's great creation. None of us created this world, this nation, or our own lives. We gotta look past who we perceived ourselves to be. We gotta look at how God has created us. We've deceived ourselves into thinking that we're somebody we're not. We no longer recognize the true gifts and abilities that God's given us. In order to know who we truly are, we have to come to this realization. We've deceived ourselves. We've been corrupted.